Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. The channel's called Real Talk, for those who don't know. And yeah, it's about cars, motorbikes, anything motor related really. Yeah, so if you're interested in any sort of car reviews, anything car meets, I'm literally covering the full range, you name it, from now on. I'll be uploading twice a week. Yeah, so today I'm literally recording. I've got my friend's car. He said I can review it today. Unfortunately, he's not here, so I have to do it myself. Bit of a task, you know, as I'm a newbie to all this. Yeah, and he's kindly given me the keys to his 330D M Sport E90 manual 6-speed. Yep, it's a 330D 6-speed manual with the M Sport package. These are becoming very, very rare now, especially in the manuals. You can get the autos quite easily, especially in the E92. This is the E90, which is the 4-door version. Yeah, if you look at the front, you can see the M Sport bumpers are a lot more aggressive than the SE models. The SE models, they look very dated, very quickly, whereas the M Sports do. They don't. You've got the angel rings on the headlights. It's a nice touch. They do have the 348mm discs. I think they're two-pot calipers, but they're very big for what they are. They're not 4-pots, but very good stopping power. Got M Sport suspension, which is considerably lower than the SE models. The colour of the car is Titan Silver, which is a nice colour if you ask me, especially when it gets a little bit dirty. It still looks clean. What else? It has a sharp fin on the roof as a radio antenna. That's a nice touch. Folding mirrors, and yes, it's a 330D. For anyone that missed me saying that, you've got the rear diffuser on the bumper here. Aggressive, loads of cuts in the bumper, and you've got the two tailpipes on the left. Well, these rear lights are updated from the pre-LCIs. They've got these two sort of swooshy lines going through the rear lights, along with these LEDs. A very nice touch. So yeah, got the keys off my friend for this. It's a review today. I thought I'd show YouTube, yourself, all you guys watching, or who's clicked on the video, what it's like to, one, drive, two, tell you what it's like to own, hearing from my good friend John. So yeah, I'll forward on to some video clips. And here we are. We're out in the 330D M Sport 6-speed manual, and I'm taking you guys on a drive. Hopefully we've got some a couple of bends, show you what the suspension's like, how it drives. First of all, this gearbox feels nice, like it's like slots into gear. Very sporty for a diesel. Very sporty. I do like it. Oh, felt the torque there. Yeah, definitely a lot of torque. Yeah, I forgot to mention in the intro, basically, this is actually got a stage 2 Celtic remap with a M-Tech front mount intercooler. I think it's M-Tech or MTC, one or the other, sorry, I apologise. Yeah, so it's got a couple of supporting mods to go with the stage 2 tuning from Celtic Tuning, as I said before. And yeah, I've had a little drive before actually pressing record with you guys, and I am impressed. It's a lot of fun, so yeah, the good thing about these diesels is, especially the 6 cylinders, the miles per gallon you can get in these cars with German luxury. BMW 3 Series, come on, it is German luxury. It's not a 5 or a 7, but you know, it's up there with the good luxurious cars. Just with, even without an intercooler, just with a remat, you can open up so much more ponies than you can from other platforms. Let's say a 2-litre turbocharged Audi or Volkswagen, let's say. If you tune those, you can get maybe 40 horsepower and not a lot of torque. With these 3-litre 6-cylinder diesels, you can get something ridiculous. Like, for instance, this standard is, I think it's 200 and, what is it, 200, I think it's 270 or, no, I think it's 240, sorry, apologies for that, 240. Now it's tuned, stage 2 remat, with the front man intercooler. This is minimum 320 horsepower, and I'd say this is got to be around 450 to 500 foot-pounds of torque. This is foot-pounds. If you're talking newton meters, I believe that translates to around 700 newton meters, 650, 700 newton meters. This is just a 30D, by the way, not the 35D with the bi-turbos. This is one single turbo. So that, for me, that's impressive. You know, you can't get that much gains from any other sort of competition when it comes to platform of engine, 2 litres and 3 litres, for example, sorry. Yeah, so I'm literally going to take this down a couple of traction control kicking in. It's always, as soon as you hit a little divot in the road, ECU's like, no mate, too much torque, mate. Let me just spin this round, get back on a better road to express what this drive's like. It's not too harsh on the bumps or potholes. I'm trying to avoid them, but can't do nothing about that. Sometimes they're just there. Yeah, suspension's okay, considering it's an M Sport, which is obviously stiffer than the SE models of this type. Yeah, taking it around a few corners. Yeah, there you go. See, to get to the speed limit, it literally 5 seconds rolling off of a roundabout, and you basically exceeded it. So you have to be a bit, it's not a rocket ship. I'm not sitting here going, oh my god, it's unbelievable power, you know, go and get a 330D, you're gonna gap everyone in the world. No, that's not, no, come on, get out of it. I'm not that guy. So yeah, I like the torque, you know. I'm not going to be brave here, but I'm going to do the correct thing, I believe, for a spirited drive. Press the DTC button down for I think 3 or 4 seconds, and turn traction control off, so you get the full torque no matter what. Oh yeah, I do like that. It's very engaging as well, because you haven't just got the torque and you sit there and let an auto box just kind of glide you through the gears like a seamless power. Because it's got the 6-speed manual, it's actually engaging, because the bulk of torque gets you through the gear relatively quickly, and then you've got to change, and then you're back on a load of bunch of torque again. So for me, that is hell of fun. This has obviously got a open diff. They don't, unless it's an M3, they don't come with any LSDs. Any LSDs. So this has got open diff, so it's like one wheel will always give full power. But I've always said, if these had LSDs put on them, which you can, I think, for around £1,500, it's a brilliant car to drive. I do like this chassis. I've had this chassis car before, the E series from the BMWs, and they're a good sturdy, strong chassis. Unlike the the E90 series, not the E46. I had an E46. I had about 3 of them, and in my opinion, nah, they weren't good. I started off with a 318. That was fine. 325i, that was okay, but when I wanted power, I went for a 330D because of the torque gains, like I said at the start. Started pulling the subframe away from the chassis. But anyway, however, we're here to talk about the E90 330D Lci M Sport. Yeah, so very good drive. I'm very impressed. Very impressed. I think these are in the market for around 4,500, but I think that's more like with this sort of mileage. I think this is 125,000-26,000 miles. I believe with a 6-speed manual option, I think you're actually looking at closer to 5.5, just for the rarity. Because if you search on, let's say, Auto Trader for this type of car, and you put you select gearbox as an option to look for, you'll see when you select that, there'll be like 5 manuals and then 40 automatics. What does that tell you? The manuals are rare, you know. So they sell for a bit more, because like I said, they're a bit more engaging. The autos are for just cruising around, keeping it standard. But if you want, like I said, a car that does a couple of different worlds, you know, cruising, you know, cruise control, you cruising very well, and then all of a sudden, okay, yeah, traction off, I've just tuned it last week, let's have a little play, you know. So it's a very good car to do that, and it's very comfortable. These are the Alcantara seats. Yeah, Alcantara seats, and there's a little button here that John was telling me, and it deflates and inflates the side bolsters. Yeah, see, that's crushing my ribs now. Yeah, so, you know, it tucks you in for the corners with the M Sport suspension. For me, that's pretty good going, considering it's not actually an M car, it's just an M Sport. So yeah, brakes are pretty good. 348mm discs up front. We have Hankook tyres at the front, Hankook Sports. I think that's what they're called. I'm not too clued up when it comes to Hankook's tyres. The rears are Michelin Pilot Sport 4s, not 4Ss, just the 4s, but that's plenty enough for this caliber of car. You know, it's not, like I said, it's not an M car. You can't really overwhelm these too much. Yeah, so not too sure what else there. Yeah, the engine is a N57 engine, N for November, and that's the aluminium bottom end. So it's a lighter engine than the previous models. The previous models had the cast iron engine, which when you try and do, for instance, go for corners and want to change direction relatively quickly, the car would understeer, wouldn't dart, it wouldn't turn straight in. Aluminiums apparently are obviously lighter because the blocks, it's a 3-litre block, you know. If the bottom end is cast iron and one's aluminium's going to be significantly lighter. So yeah, got the manifold golden turbo is slightly different. It's a lot better flowing than the M57 from the previous gen. Yes, this car comes with an iDrive infotainment system. Yeah, it's very dated. Come on, we've all seen digital dashes now in Audis, Mercedes, you know, they're killing the game with all this stuff at the top of it, you know, but this is an older car. This is a 58 reg, if I haven't said already, because it has got John's private plate on it. This is a 58 reg. Yes, iDrive, M-Sport seats. It's got folding rear seats, that's a rare option. Folding mirrors as well, to be fair, yeah. We've got folding mirrors, you don't see that very often on a non-M car. So yeah, hang on a minute. You thought I was just gonna end it like that? Nah, that looked a bit too plain Jane, you know. Bit of info about the car, etc. But I thought I'd spice it up with a little 100 to 200 Draggy run. I know we all love a Draggy run. Come on, we're all looking at times, slopes, uphill, downhill, conditions, etc. So yep, I'm literally heading my way now to a private strip to do this 100 to 200 run. John kindly said, did you do it? Yesterday we spoke and he was like, did you even do a Draggy run with that on the private road? I was like, you know what, I didn't. Obviously where I'm pretty new to this whole recording game. Yeah, he said, look, you know what, take it for another day. When you can take it up to the private strip, just yeah, just do the 100 to 200 runs and maybe 0 to 60 or whatever. So I'm heading up there now. I said I'm not going to do 0 to 60, John, because in case something goes wrong with your car, i.e. clutch, prop, drive shaft, I don't know, just to prevent that happening, I'm just going to do the rolling 100 to 200 kilometers. So yeah, I'll get back to you when I'm there. Should be about, I think it's about a 20-minute drive from where I am now. On the way there now. So yeah, I'll catch up with you when I'm there. Cheers. Yep, and we're back, guys. Yep, we're on this private road. It's a bit like Mexico here. So yeah, I'm ready to do the 100 to 200 run. Should be in the next 10 seconds. I think I'm going to I'll use the torque in 4th. Go. Fifth gear, strong. And there's the time. Whoa, that's actually quicker than I thought, to be fair. Yeah. I'll upload that on the screen. You should be able to see it anytime now. Yeah. So if you like what you saw, I know it was a bit long till I actually put my foot down. But yeah, if you're interested in these little draggy things to add on to end of like review videos, if I can get to the private runway and do it, yeah, let me know. Write in the comments below what sort of things you should do, like you want to see it, basically, like 0 to 60s, 100 to 200. The 0 to 60s depends on whether the friends or customer's car, I feel comfortable doing it, and 2, if they're comfortable with me doing it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I hope this bit was a bit informative to you guys, and I hope to see some comments below. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new, and yeah, take care. Bye.